So after the French and Indian War, there was four consequences or effects that resulted after the war. Now, this specific question is asking you just to list two, but this is for the flashcards and the game that we're going to play later on. But what you need to know is that, number one, the natives that lived here in North America, they lost their French friends, their allies. So now the Native Americans were pretty vulnerable, and the colonists that were living here started taking over their land, and so did the British. They didn't have their French friends or allies to help them anymore. Number two, the colonies started to unite. Remember the Albany Congress? They met for the first time, but now they started meeting a little bit more and started thinking, it might be a good idea for us to become more united. Number three, French wanted payback. So the French were very angry at Britain for being defeated. Even though they signed a treaty, they were still kind of bitter about it. And this is going to come back to haunt Britain later on. But that's something to remember. The French, they want payback. They want revenge. Number four, what happened as a result of the French and Indian War. Number four, England wants to get paid back. Now, they don't want revenge because they won the war, but England wants to get their money back from all the money that they spent on this war. They spent thousands, if not millions of dollars sending troops over to help the colonists or the Americans, and they want to get paid back. And what they do is they start taxing. Let me go to the next one. What they did to get back their money is they start taxing the colonies. And you're going to see in the future lessons that this becomes a really big deal. The colonists are not happy that Britain starts taxing the colonies. Let me go back to a couple of the flashcards. Now, the colonies become united. After experiencing the war, they start thinking about more of their interest. So because they became united, they're like, you know what? We don't like that they're taxing us. You know what? We don't like that British is telling us what to do. So all of a sudden, before they were independent states, now they start becoming more united and they start thinking about what are their common concerns? What can they all get together and talk about? And again, them being taxed by the British is a big deal, and they start talking about how they could stop Britain from taxing them so much. And that's going to come in the future. Another thing that they don't like is if you go back to this proclamation of 1763, Britain signed an agreement with the Native Americans telling them that, oh, you know what? Okay, we're fine. We'll make an agreement that the colonists that live there in the 13 colonies, they cannot go west of these specific mountains. And they can't take land. So they make this agreement with the Native Americans, and the colonists, they're not happy about that either. So again, something to note as a result of the French and Indian War was that the colonists were not happy with Britain making this arrangement, but not only that, they were not happy that they started getting taxed as well.